Charles Boneston here. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be answering your questions that you've asked on YouTube. And instead of me just actually going in and I say, thanks for watching, or I would check out this book, I'm going to go a little in depth. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And we're going to do this cycling kind of Q&A where I'll give a little bit more of an in-depth answer instead of the usual short answers that I've been giving. So literally just going down the comments. Number one, first one is Essential Insight, grateful for your passion, following through, keep kicking ass, needed a kick in the pants. So that was a comment left on Life Only Asks You One Question. Like I said, I actually have it up right above my doorway. It says, how bad do you want it? And that's really the only question. Like right now in New York City, you can't see it, but it's snowing out. And I just met with clients. I had to walk maybe 15, 20 minutes in the snow. I had nice, pretty nice clothes on, nice shoes, but it's how bad do you want it? Do you meet with them today when they want to meet, or do you want to push it away? And this could be with anything. Do you wake up tomorrow when it's going to be cold and go to the gym? How bad do you want that good body? How bad do you want that relationship? Do you compliment? Do you keep it fun and exciting? How bad do you want that job? It's with anything. And then you also said, thanks, I needed this kick in the pants. Just like Jim Rome said, motivation is like showering. You have to do it daily. You can't just get motivated one time and be like, all right, I'm good. I'm motivated for my life. Every single day I wake up, I have a trampoline, I bounce on it, I say my goals. It's a little bit different. I didn't think of it, Tony Robbins did. And from there, every single day I think of what's important. What do I want to focus on? And literally every single day, there's something that I've written down. I'm like, boom, that's perfect because I've ingrained my goals. Number two, second one is, great book, and they're talking about the word, they're talking about the video No More Mr. Nice Guy, which is an amazing book. Highly recommend checking out that book review. I just did it. Just look it up, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and he talks about The Way of the Superior Man. The Way of the Superior Man is by David Data. It is an amazing book. And really the biggest thing about being a man is really just being on your path, being on your what you want to do. So in other words, I was just explaining this. I was out on a date on Friday, and essentially what it is, you have your path. Whatever it is, your job that makes you money. And then you also have side hobbies. That's playing a guitar, fixing up cars, playing hockey with your boys. Like me, I love playing hockey. So I have my job that makes me money. I also love hockey. I love biking. So those are my passions. The thing is, what a lot of people do when they get into a relationship, when they get into a marriage, is that they just focus on their job and then they lose all their hobbies. But the thing is, you need hobbies. You need things that spark you outside of your job. You need things that bring you away from your spouse, away from your girlfriend or your boyfriend. And the reason being is that that's what makes life exciting, is that you're doing something outside of work, which they hear about all the time, or outside of doing something together. Anyone that's on their path is more attractive to their spouse because they continue being on their path. They don't give up playing poker with their boys as much as their wife or their spouse says, don't do that. It's like, no, dude, you have to continue doing it. I'll be listening to the author over breakfast while eating. They're talking about the book Sapiens. Sapiens is an absolutely incredible book. I also did a book review on that. Check that out. And they talk about Quest. So look up Quest. That's also great. Everything's going to be linked below, actually. Don't worry about it. Everything's linked below. Quest is a great YouTube place. Wow, this is mind-blowing with regards to Sapiens. Literally, Sapiens, in short, is about a book, how humans created everything. We created the jails, like the prison system and the judicial system and the government and currency and feelings and words and actions and numbers and language and countries and borders and anything that you knowing what I'm saying, we created everything. So we put meaning on everything. Things that aren't even like tangible, like feelings or gravity. You can't see gravity. Like, where's gravity? Point to gravity. We have the feeling of gravity, but then also like embarrassment or shame or love. We put meaning on those feelings, which it's not even real. It's not tangible. So I highly recommend that book. Just started reading Miracle Morning. I really enjoyed it. My favorite book is by Robert Greene, the book Mastery. You're not the first one to say that. I heard Mastery was just an absolutely incredible book as well. I know I've been saying that same topic forever, or at least in this video, but Mastery is really good. I outlined and did a review on 48 Laws of Power. That's also linked below. Miracle Morning is a fantastic book. So I took a little bit. So this is a question that always comes up, and it's probably it's going to be asked at one time is that how do you take away things from books? Like what's your mindset going into it? So obviously behind me you can see a couple of books. I read a book a week, if not more. And really what I don't know who said this, but if you get one piece of advice, just one piece of advice that's worth the $16 or $20, you're good. And this is the thing, is you always get one piece of advice from every single book. You don't have to, people like, I dissect a book and I read about 3 a year. That's great. That's great. That's like saying, I dated 2 people in my life and I chose my wife. I went to visit one school and that's how I chose my college. I went on one job interview and that's how I chose my job. No, you need it from multiple sources. You need thousands, hundreds of books, dozens of books, whatever is a lot to you. And that, just like in the compound effect and the slight edge, is that it's over time. It's not just one time and that's it and you're good and you're like, there's no end. There's no end. Like when's the end? Like Eleanor Roosevelt said this best, is that she said, people think they get on the train, it's like they get on the train of life. And they feel that they need to get to a destination. But what happens is they get to the destination and the destination is actually death. And along the way, they should have actually enjoyed the journey. They should have enjoyed all the stations that they missed along the way. The station of failing, the station of marriage, the station of a baby. And obviously it's a metaphor. Their station is all these big things that happen along the way to their destination. There is no destination. We're not going to reach something and say, I've made it. I finally did this. Look at a pro sports player. When someone wins the championship, Michael Jordan after one championship didn't say, all right, I'm good. Tom Brady didn't say, all right, I'm good. It's like that's the destination for that season, for that year. But there's another one. There's another destination. And then Tom Brady and Michael Jordan and every sports figure and everyone reaches the end of their career, which is also another station. So Michael Jordan said, okay, I'm done with basketball now. But he continues. He didn't just like make it and he's just retired and that's it. It's you continue going on the path of mastery. Talking about Masquerade by Robert Greene. I haven't read it, but that's really what it is. It's you're going along. So read as many books, educate as much as you can. Go out and see all the YouTube videos at 2 times the speed to get as much information as you can, because there is no end. You don't, when you graduate college, you then move on. You get married, there's no end. You have a kid, there is no end. The only ending is death. And that's the thing, is that people look at it like, I'm prepared to die. I'm 30 years old, I'm prepared to die. But that's a good thing, because that means that every single day I wake up and I'm grateful for the life I have. I'm grateful for my age. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the environment and things around me. And that's the biggest thing, is that people are like, when I get my $1 million, when I get something, that's when they're going to be grateful. Really, when you get your wife, when you get your $1 million, when you get your relationship or your job or your dream job, that's when you're going to be grateful. Be grateful of the journey. And it's really hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's really essential to enjoying life, is that you're grateful for the small things. Life, I just had this conversation, and I know that it's a huge diatribe right now, or monologue, or whatever you want to call it, but I just came back from lunch. And I was just, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, my sister, she's on this sabbatical where she's been traveling for about 7 months. She hasn't been back to the US. I think she came back once. She came back once, and she's been traveling around literally for 7 straight months all across the world. And I started thinking about it, and the reason is that she hit a point in her life where she made so much money, she has such a great life, and she doesn't have a husband, she doesn't have kids, and she's at the age, which by the way is all made up. Like, people are like, oh, you're 30? It's, first of all, age is a number that we made up. Like, no other animal is like, oh my God, Billy's 65, or that dog is 10 years old. No dog looks at another dog and they're like, they put a number on it. Essentially what I'm getting down to is, life is so easy right now, and people are like, oh, easy for you to say. Listen, if you really, really study and review the book or read the book Sapiens, we were at war for almost all of eternity. Like, we were fighting before we were even humans. Before we were even this capable of doing anything. And I'm talking about 60,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago. We fought over land. We fought between tribes. We fought for ourselves against other animals. We weren't always the pinnacle in the animal hierarchy. We were always down, and then we worked our way up, because we're not the fastest, we're not the strongest, but we're the smartest. And the smartest it sometimes wins, and in this case it does. To be honest, I think the smartest without, but we took action. We invented tools and agriculture, and then tribes, and then government, and then currency, and da-da-da, and then we rose above that, and now we have an organized world compared to what it was before. It was chaos. It's so easy. If you think about it, if I want water, I just turn on my sink. If I want to go to the bathroom, I don't have to go outside. If I want to get food, I can order it, I can call it. I can literally order food without even moving, and it gets brought to me. Like, that's insane how easy life is. All right, this is the last one. Please review Awaken the Giant Within by Anthony Robbins. You know, to be honest, I'm a massive fan of Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins, and it's one of those things that so that was produced, I think, in the 90s. That book came out in the 90s. And I was just recently at one of his events, and people go up to him all the time. They're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be as big or bigger than you in 3 years. And Tony has an amazing response. He says, that's great. In 3 years, I'm gonna be 3 years better. And that's really what it is be a little bit better every single year. So then when someone says, in 3 years, I'm gonna be as good as you. But that just goes like this. And you're 3 years ahead of them always, at all times. And that's the only way to actually stay healthy as a business, healthy as a human. Just be a couple years ahead of everyone else and always just getting a little bit better. So I actually haven't read Awaken the Giant Within, but I've been to I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on his courses and being at his events. I cannot think of a better person to be a better mentor to as many people in as many areas like health, wealth, love, and happiness, as Tai Lopez says. I highly recommend Tony Robbins. Anyway, leave a comment, leave a question below. I'll answer it in the next Q&A. I hope you guys like this style. Let me know if you do. If you don't, awesome. I'm also going to be putting out a lot more original content without book reviews, so I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. Those are my 2 favorite social media networks. I will talk to you guys soon. Have an awesome day. Welcome to my bedroom. First of all, we have to talk about how to actually wake up. Number 1 is you need blinders. You need to have